Homework load has been decreasing in popularity in recent years. Currently, if one were to search up homework, plenty of results would appear debating its effectiveness and or necessity. This newfound awareness begs the question. Since the year 2000, to what extent does homework load have a negative impact on the AP scores of Florida students? I'm Camila Neal.
I'm Ria Jacob.
I'm Luisa Rizalin.
I'm Alexander Machado.
I'm Lana German. Homework has had a negative impact on mental health, home life, social life, and academic achievements of students, all of which has negatively affected their AP exam score. Increased homework load also can cause stress and anxiety and time away from family. Homework can lead to conflict inside their homes because homework gets too hard for students, and so parents cannot help them, which causes stress to finish their homework. Also, homework load put a lot of pressure and increase stress level because students have to finish big homework to a due date, which causes them to freak out. The worse a student's social life, the more they suffer from anxiety and nervous during exam, which proves that stress and pressure can have a negative impact on the AP scores. Yeah? Oh no. Here we can see the hours of homework by the academic worries, mental health, and stress from schoolwork. Here we can see that over 3.5 hours, academic worries has the big number, mental health problems has the big number, and stress from schoolwork has the big number, showing that the hours of homework over 3.5 causes more problems in our life. Ria?
Thank you. So this begs the question: how does stress impact AP scores? In the article done by Ben Bernstein, "How Stress Affects Your Test Scores," he directly quotes his students who talk about how stress impacts their exams. He follows with quotes. The quotes read as follows: "I was so stressed I could hardly breathe. When I came to an unfamiliar question, I froze. With all that pressure, I couldn't keep my attention on the test." This is important because, bottom line, with too much stress, test anxiety takes you over the top and you can't think through a question. This is important because stress is a big subject in our presentation, and it shows how it has a damaging effect on AP scores. Moving on, it's important to consider how increased time on homework can affect AP test scores. According to the article done by Galloway et al. Titled "Homework, Non-Academic Effects of Homework in Privileged, High-Performing Schools," 3.5 hours is considered the maximum amount of time a student should be spending on homework. This is because past this point, homework is considered redundant, and students reported feeling less motivated to learn and feeling more stressed, which goes hand in hand with what Luana has stated. Thank you. So this graph showcases the test scores of students who took a recent engineering exam. It represents the correlation between the total hours spent doing course homework and lab assignments and the total course score they received. This cluster of dots represents a sweet spot, if you will, where students spent a moderate amount of time studying and got a higher than average score, which is about 90 to 80%. It is important to state, however, that students are placed into 3 different categories: blue dots, red diamonds, and yellow squares. The blue dots are especially important because the students were given a spatial ability test before the exam, and these students scored lower than average on the test. These students were given more material in order to level the playing field before the test. As you can see, these blue dot students received more material, and that might have contributed to their lower scores. As you can see, they make up the lower scores at the end of the test. Thank you.
Thank you. However, time is not the only factor impacting the effectiveness of homework. When a teacher assigns low-quality homework or a parent gives poor assistance, a student's AP scores may be harmed. Low-quality homework could consist of homework that is too easy or too difficult. It could also be redundant or not related to what is being taught. Also, a lot of homework assigned in AP classes specifically is assigned with the sole purpose of preparing for the exam. And according to the Balancing Act for Homework by Michelle Healy, when homework is assigned in this manner, students burn out more easily. This means that the students are less motivated and thus perform poorly. Also, a lot of issues regarding homework can occur within the home. According to Swan J. Detmers, intrusive homework help was negatively related with later achievement. This intrusive help occurs when a parent assists in homework in ways that the child finds uncomfortable. This could include completing assignments for the child, giving unwanted advice, or otherwise providing input where it is not wanted. This leads to the students not fully having the opportunity to understand the material and thus not performing well. Louisa?
Thank you. In addition to the types of assignments impacting the effectiveness of homework, the aptitude of students plays a big part also in that effectiveness. Short, frequent assignments may be better than longer assignments due to the students being able to practice the material without getting burnout. However, only high and medium aptitude students do better with this increasing amounts of homework, while low aptitude students generally do worse with the increasing amounts of homework. In this graph made using the information of the principle of leadership issue, we can see on the horizontal axis the AP scores, and on the y-axis the percent number of students that scored those scores on the test. We can see that students with AP potential, which is a measure of how the students will do in AP classes based on previous academic achievements, generally score higher scores, with 36.86% scoring a 5 and 32.32 scoring a 4, while no AP potential students mostly score a 2 on the AP exam. Alex?
Thank you, Louisa. For solutions and limitations, we have that some solutions may be to take less pressure off of AP courses and classes, to put more focus on the quality of the homework and the amount of homework that's given. Although some limitations may be that if you have less pressure for students to take AP classes, that may be that they are less prepared for the future and for their future college classes. Better homework takes longer for teachers to prepare, and that may become an inconvenience to them, thus making it less available for them to make. College courses are meant to be rigorous, and this ties into the fact that they're meant to be hard. So if you put less pressure on AP classes, that could also have an effect on it. Students may have to spend time studying if they don't understand the homework material, and that may also tie in with the college classes and less pressure to take AP courses. As a summary, homework that is not planned well will actually have a detrimental effect on students. This may cause stress or anxiety. Large amounts of homework that require large amounts of time spent on them don't exactly meet the expectation that they would give out higher exam scores. Assigning less homework but increasing the quality of it is a key fact if you want students to succeed in their class. And students may have to spend time studying again if they don't understand the material. This may come with college courses, and that means they would be less prepared. Thank you. Questions?
All right, I'm just gonna go, you know the formula that we've done already. All right, Camilla, having finished your project, what, if anything, do you consider to be a gap in your team's research that would make you feel more confident about your conclusion?
So we viewed homework as affecting all students the same way. However, I feel like it could have been useful to look at how it could affect different students differently based on factors such as socioeconomic status.
All right, thank you. Lana, you ready? In what way did you improve your ability to work with a group as a result of this project?
I learned to listen more to other people and see actually their perspective and see their side.
All right, thank you. Alex. Reflecting on your colleagues' work, which one had the greatest impact on your understanding of the problem?
So, it might sound selfish, right? But I think mine did, because mine was basically a summary of everybody's papers. So I had to do research on the negative impact of stress and anxiety, and then I had to do research on, yeah, it was stress and anxiety, and then it was, I think I did like home life too. But if I had to choose one person in particular, it had to be Luana, which did on home life.
Thank you. Louisa. In the future, what would you change to your group norms, and how do you think that would improve your team's presentation?
So I would change the rigor of the due dates, because we were very flexible with due dates, and with that, we didn't have that much time to practice together our.
All right. Rhea, practicing. Rhea, damn it. And that's on tape. Describe how the content of your team presentation was changed as a result of group discussion.
So originally we had, my paper contained aspects of how students are affected by COVID-19 and how that homework load can affect them as well, since they're at home. But we cut it because our like findings were about like the past 20 years, and it wouldn't be like a general like summary of how homework load can affect students, so we left it out.